Great, take another inhale, bring your shoulders up towards your ears actually, and then I want you to exhale, roll your hands all the way out. So again, just kind of sensing the difference between having your hand on a ball versus not. You're gonna inhale, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, unfold, releasing, kind of melting yourself a little bit deeper into the floor. And then the last time here. And exhale, release. Cool. Up to the other side. So again, low V position. Your right hand is just slightly on the floor. So your inhale, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, kind of sensing what it feels like to feel tense, and then exhale, just really letting it go, releasing, reaching out a little bit longer. Good, 2 more to go. Last time here. Excellent, let's bring those knees all the way together, bringing your hands up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath. And then you're gonna exhale, slowly peel your head, neck, and shoulders off of the floor, putting your hands actually behind your head with the nice little ball pillow for the moment. We're gonna just bring this left knee in towards the chest and bring it across the right knee, so you kind of have like that 4 shape, saying hello to the fuzz on your feet. And we're gonna just start slow, so I want you to bring the right knee in towards your chest. And then you're gonna exhale, slowly tap it down. So again, at the top, you're kind of thinking about stretching out that left hip a little bit, and then exhale, slowly tapping. Now remember, you're not just like flapping that bottom part of the right leg, right? You're still reaching, so that there's some sort of sensation of extension, even if we're keeping it slightly bent. And again, if you start to feel this in your hip on the right side, see if you can extend a little bit more with the sensation out through your toes, so that not all of the pressure is in one point, and then really engaging the core a bit more to relieve any extra use of the hip. Great, last time here. Super, sole of your foot comes down, take a deep breath. You're gonna unfold your feet, take 1 step away with the right, 1 step away with the left, dig your heels into the ground. Then I want you to release the ball from your head, take another inhale, and then exhale, stack all the way up. Great, you're gonna put the soles of your feet down. We're gonna slowly hinge back for a moment. I want us to make nice circles with this right side. So you're gonna open up to a T position, and you're basically gonna twist again back towards the front with the right, and then exhale, twist open again. So again, you're allowing the chest to open, you're allowing the belly to twist, but you're still staying at that hinged position. You might have to bend the right arm a little bit depending on how tall you are from the floor, which is totally okay. Again, kind of making those small adjustments as we need to. Good, 2 more. And last time here. Great, let's change the direction. So going on back to front, inhaling here. Great. And then seeing how your breath can help you here. So for example, like an inhale, open, and then exhale, push back. Good, 3 more. And again, continually re-melting that shoulder down the back, keeping those hips very forward facing and sensing, are you holding on in your thighs? So like I just noticed I was kind of clenching my thighs. Just see if you can engage the core a tiny bit more and just kind of keep your legs actively neutral. Good, last time here. Excellent, take a deep breath, bring the hands back together, sit up super tall for me. And then slowly curl back down, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the floor. On 3, 2, and 1. Good, take 1 step closer to you with the left, 1 step closer with the right. Bringing the arms up towards the ceiling on the inhale. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders follow and we reach. Get your hands again, go behind your head. This time you're gonna bring the right foot on top of the left, opening up, and then melting everything, or floating rather, everything upwards. Cool. So inhaling here, stretching a little bit further, and then exhale, coming back. And again, just sensing where can you allow for a bit more stretch through the right hip now. And you still have that slight constant pressure of the right ankle on the left knee, right ankle. They're kind of constantly in conversation with one another. And seeing, can you lift up a tiny bit higher? Can you open those elbows a little bit more? Can we still connect the middle back and the lower back even further downwards into the floor. And again, even if that means there's a little bit of space between your lower back, we're just not arching, right? A little bit of air to breathe, to keep a neutral hip is fine, but we don't want to arch that back. Good, 3 more. And continually expanding that rib cage and then really doing the best to weave it back together. Good, 1 more for fun. Super, putting the left foot down and then the right. Good, taking 1 step further away here and then bringing your heels in towards the ground. Release your hand, take another inhale, and then exhale, slowly curl up. 3, 2, 1, good. So feet go down. We're hinging back a little bit, and remember, we're opening up to the T first, and then you're making circles in one direction. Honestly, whichever one you choose at the moment, doesn't really matter. We're gonna do it on the other side anyway. Just again, choose that breath of opening up with the inhale, and then coming back to lift for the exhale. Good, 4 more. And seeing, can that right arm continually stay parallel to the floor, even if you're moving it slightly, right? We still want to maintain that parallel feeling with the right as we open through the left. Cool, 1 last one here. Great, and let's reverse that circle. So inhaling, open, and then exhale, push down for 6. It's like also a sneaky little oblique exercise, I find, that, you know, your spine is happy, you get to stretch and twist, but each oblique gets to like have its moment of glory. Good, 2 more. And then last time. Excellent, hands come together, take a deep breath. Sit up a little bit taller for me. And then you're gonna curl down again, 1 vertebrae at a time, allowing that spine to breathe. On 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, bringing both feet a little bit closer for me here. I want you to stretch up that right leg. You're gonna bring the arms all the way up, so your kind of leg and arm are both parallel and lengthening upwards towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath as we bring that right leg all the way down for me. And then when you're done, you're gonna open up to the right, bringing the left knee in, and then exhale, push it down. Great, so we're gonna just open to the right with the ball as we're using the right leg. So you open to the right, left knee comes in, and then exhale, slowly lower it down. Now here's the tricky part, at least in my opinion. I want you to focus on opening up in a slow, steady position, and then I want you to slowly lower down as well. So really like take your time with this. Sometimes we kind of just like drop the leg, but I want you to see if you can almost lift and lower with the same speed. Good, 2 more. Cool, and you can also use that whole inhale for the right side, and then get all of the air out for the left. Exhaling, keep exhaling. Awesomeness. Slowly put the right foot down, take a deep breath, and open up those knees again just for a moment, kind of just rocking side to side. All right, bringing both knees back towards the center, take a deep breath. Then we're gonna inhale, peel ourselves just a little bit off of the floor. Good, you're gonna put the right hand behind your head and you're gonna float the right leg again in towards the tabletop position, right elbow wide, and you're bringing the left arm behind you. So you're gonna twist towards that right side, taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, you're gonna open, push on down. So you're inhaling, twisting as you're lifting, exhaling, lowering. Great. So again, 3 more like this, and you can choose to bring that right leg up as high as you need to, meaning if you feel like you want to stop at 45, stop at 45. If you want to bring it up towards the ceiling, go for it. Good, last set here. Cool, bring that right leg up again, knee comes into a tabletop, and I want you to float the left one in as well. Great, let's try it again. So you're inhaling, twisting to the right, and exhale, lowering. So now we're just keeping the left knee at a tabletop position, allowing for that twist to still happen through the belly, hips stay down towards the floor. Good, 3 more. And and 2. Good, last one, 1. Good, back to the center, take a deep breath. All right, everyone, here we go. Ready? Let's do it. Left leg up. You're gonna twist to the right. And then bring it on up for 5. We're slowly expanding here. 4. And again, we're not in a rush. Keep it slow. You can always bend that left straight leg if you need to, or you can always lower it a little bit closer to your body. Cool, last time here, we're gonna hold, reaching here. I want you to switch for 5, 4, keep lifting, 3, slow moves, 2, happy burns, and 1. Whew. Back to the center, and then slowly melt down. I swear, it's so amazing how soft your body gets in like 2 weeks of not doing regular exercise, but then how quickly it all comes back, right? That happy burn sensation. All right, everyone, keeping the arms all the way up, the right leg stays onto the floor, and we're lengthening this left leg up now, right? So we're lifting up all the way through the center. So you're inhaling, slowly lowering, exhaling it up. Good, and then open up to the side, and return back to the middle. I forgot the knee lift, excuse me. Inhale, lower down with the left. Exhale, keep it up. Now we bring the right knee in towards the chest as the arms open and all the way back. Good, 5 more. So again, keeping the gentle squeeze on the ball at the top is always a choice, right? So I don't want you to ever just like kind of have the ball, right? Sometimes we give it a little bit more of a squeeze, sometimes a little bit less. When both arms are together, always have like a slight amount of tension on it, just so that the arms are also working. Good, we've got 3 more. Right in that point that I just forgot myself of really keeping the lift of the right leg here, super slow. And what a difference that makes, right? Like, I just sped it up for some reason unnecessarily, and now when you slow it down, it just feels so much more aligned. Okay, let's do 1 more slow. Inhaling, lower down and lift, and then exhale all of this. Keep exhaling. Let all of the air out. Awesome. Slowly put the foot down. Open up the hips for a moment. Just kind of slowly rock side to side, making sure, again, no tension is getting held here. Cool. Knees come back to the center. Take a deep breath, and then inhaling. Exhale, slowly lift. Good. So now the ball stays in the right hand. Left hand goes behind your head. And we're reaching this right arm behind as the left knee comes into a tabletop and the right leg stays where it is for now. So 5 times of this twist. So you're inhaling, twisting to the left, elbow open. Exhale, come back. Inhaling here, nope, I lied. Exhale, unfold downwards. Thank you so much. My mistake. My brain is still unfortunately not 100% everyone, so just pardon my small mistakes. Keeping that right side completely planted and really allowing for that folding to happen. Great. 2 more. Last time. Great, you're gonna bring both knees into the tabletop for a moment. The right knee stays where it is. And here we go again. So opening it up on the left. And then exhale lower. Good, 5 more times only. Now again, still use this concept of space to really see where can you make it smaller, where can you make it bigger. And of course, if you need to bring the left knee into the chest, like if you want to do that for your unfold, you may absolutely do that. I just wanted to have a different sensation, but feel free to also be the divisor, or be the chooser of your moves. All right, cool, back to the center for a second. And then let's stretch up this right leg. And here we go again. Inhale, get up. And exhale, lower for 5. 4. Happy moments for 3. Nice and long for 2. Almost done here for 1. Good, we're twisting to the side here, and here we go for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Back to the center, unfold. Cool. Opening up your hips again and just rocking side to side. Awesome. Let's bring the knees back to the center, flexing out both feet, reaching the arms all the way up, and then we're going to peel ourselves to a nice tall seated position. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of a chest and back. So actually I want us to come all the way down onto the floor for a moment. Great, and you're just going to keep the ball like in front of you, but you're not actually touching it at this moment. So your fingertips are forward facing, your elbows are back, your toes are at the outside of the mat. And I want you to imagine again, almost like lifting yourself up, but you're not going anywhere yet. Good, you're taking a nice deep breath here. And then you're exhaling, slowly peeling yourself upwards off of the floor. Great, and again, when you get to the top, you can bring your hips up a little bit. Cool, take another inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower down, bending your elbows, melting your hips down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. 2 more times only. Inhale to prepare, expanding the rib cage. Exhale, kind of pressing the toes into the floor, lifting up just a little bit, stretching and feeling where your maximum is, right? Again, we melt the shoulders down. If you can lift your hips up a tiny bit to create a little bit more stretch, do it. Inhale again. And then again, exhale, slowly engage the core, lower the elbows so that we're finding our way nice and steadily downwards, back towards our parallel position to the floor with our head, neck, and shoulders. Great, last time here. Inhale, breathe, expanding. Exhale, let it out. Melting shoulders, keeping the chest open. And again, finding the neck, just following along. Cool, inhale again. And then exhale, slowly lowering down. On 3, 2, and 1. Great. So now you're going to actually grab your ball and you're going to put it behind you with your left face cheek on the floor. Cool. So it's resting for a moment. And now I want you to reach it a little bit higher. Take another inhale and you're going to slowly lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the floor, floating your legs up. And again, kind of reaching the ball behind you. Good. Take another breath. Bringing the ball in front of you, and then exhale behind. If you want to put the feet back down on the floor, go for it. Inhaling, reaching from the right arm to the left or the left arm to the right, doesn't matter. Exhale behind. Good, 3 more. Now again, the goal is still that we just move the arms essentially, right? Everything else stays long. And 2, have the microphone. And last time. Good, ending all the way behind you and then slowly melting down, right face cheek goes down for 3, 2, and 1. Oh goodness, everybody, excuse me. Okay, so take another deep breath. And then you can always hold the ball with your fingertips at this point, expanding the ribcage, and then exhale, floating and reaching. Good, let's go left to right or just the opposite of what you did. So inhaling here, exhale, open. So again, feel where you can reach. Make sure your belly is still lifting to support the spine. Good, 3 more. And 2. Last time, 1. Good, ending all the way here. And then slowly melting on down. Forehead to the floor, 3, 2, 1. Good, the ball comes in front of you. And then we're just gonna shift our weight back to just stretch out the hips, stretch out the lower back. Okie dokie, let's come over onto the side where you're gonna put the ball underneath your left foot. So you're gonna put it underneath, oh man, just stay put today, people, not you, the mic. So you're gonna put the ball underneath your left foot. And your left foot is still, or your left leg is still out at that diagonal position, so your pike position. Your head is supported by your hands. And you're gonna bring the knee into a tabletop. The right hand can be down at the floor, behind your head, or upwards facing, depending on where you're at for today. Good, you're gonna inhale, bring the right leg behind the left without shifting the hips. Great, and then you're gonna bring it back in and stretch it up. So for this moment, we're just staying behind. I want you to feel that sensation of lengthening out through the left foot, pushing down on the ball, and then still engaging the core to reach up with the right. Good. And each time you move, again, you can feel how your right oblique starts to get a little bit warm. You can sense how much length you can create in this movement with your control as you get used to what your body needs. And if you still need to keep it super small, then by all means do it. Cool, last time here for me. Great, let's bend the leg, and now I want you to bring the knee, bring the knee upwards rather than downwards. So your knee is coming up a little bit. We're gonna try and come in front of the foot, and then stretch it on up. Again, just working with this opposite feeling of going forward versus back. How does your body need to respond accordingly? But still keeping your knees somewhat at a diagonal, right? So you're not parallel to the floor yet. Good, 3 more. And seeing what your left leg is doing. Is it happily pushing into the ball? Do you feel stable here? If you feel too stable, bring your arm in a different position. And last time here. Great, we're gonna rotate the knee forward. You're gonna come down a little bit and you're gonna make baby circles, slow baby circles. Great, so again, if you're here and you feel super cozy, bring your hand in a different position. If you're here and you feel super cozy, give yourself a different challenge. Great, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knee into your chest for a sec. Great, and then lengthen it out all the way again, and opposite directions of the circles. Just slow and steady, continually finding that internal lift. Great, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, all the way back down. Cool, taking the ball away and actually coming on to the side body for a second and just finding our way a little bit higher. Cool, so we're gonna open up this top right leg. So again, you're getting a little bit of an extra stretch here through the hip, and you're gonna stretch out the left leg for me. And again, the hand on the right can be behind your head, or it can be down, so you have a little bit of a twist, depending on what you need at this moment. Good, you're gonna lift up the left leg, and we're just gonna bend it. So your entire left leg is actually off of the floor at the moment. And again, so focusing on opening up that right hip. And this isn't necessarily a super challenging in respects of like, oh my God, this is burning. But I want you to still think about how can you isolate that left leg a little bit more? How can you bend and resist? And then stretch it all the way out. Good, 2 more to go. Last time here. Cool, now we're gonna lift the right leg off the floor and you're gonna do it again. So you're tapping your ankle to your toe, stretch it on out for 5, 4, and again, continually pushing away from the floor for 3, 2, last time here, and 1. Good, stretch up the right leg. Last set, here we go. 5, 4, continually lifting for 3. Can you push a little bit longer for 2? Last time here for 1. Good, point those left toes and then squeeze the legs together and slowly lower down. Awesome, let's come over onto the other side. Oh, it's so cozy. All right, everyone, so we're gonna bring the ball underneath the right leg, and remember you're still out at your comfy pike position. Your hips are still very much stacked on top of each other, and you're either gonna put your hands here, or here, or here. Cool? Cool. So you're bringing your knee in towards you, so you have your tabletop position with your leg, and we're going backwards first. So you're inhaling, bringing the leg slightly behind, and exhale up. Now remember, you still have moments of trying things out, right? We don't have to make it big first. We can just see how it feels like and then continually grow. Great. We've got 4 more. And no matter what, I still want you to feel how that left oblique is used to stabilize. You really weave the ribs back together on that exhale. And you continually push down a little bit more on the ball. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Good, so now you're gonna bring the knee upwards so that the toes are forward facing a little bit. And you're tapping and lifting. Oh, I totally forgot to stretch, everyone. My bad. Let's add that stretch on this side. Inhale, tap. I was like, something's missing. Here we go. Great. And again, seeing what this all feels like, front versus back. Can you bring that arm into a different position to challenge yourself just a little bit more? Good, 3 more. Reaching. And 2. Awesome, last time. 1. Cool, coming all the way back down for a moment. Great, so you're gonna grab the ball. And again, put it under your side body. And kind of lift a little bit more and opening up this right hip here. Excuse me, left hip here. Hand either goes behind your head, down on the floor for a little bit of a twist if you need to, and you're stretching out the bottom right leg. Great, so we have our sessions here, or our steps of the session. Remember, you're feeling what that's like now when your left leg is really grounded. Can you still create a little bit more space between your right armpit, your right elbow, and your right hip? Can you still keep those hips relatively stacked? Good, so that inhale, expansive kick away, exhale back, and then last time here. Great, so you're ending on the right, you're gonna lift your knee up to a tabletop, and here we go. Inhale, you can lower it a little bit on the left. Doesn't have to be so high. Great, so it's almost like your toes and your heels can tap. Great, 4, 3, 2, love this, and 1. All right, here we go, stretching it up, 5 more times. So again, you're supporting your whole body through the core. Isn't that amazing? Your left leg is so happy to be floating in the air, held with love. Good, we got 3, 2, lift up a little bit more, and 1. Great, stretch out the right leg, give it a point, and then slowly lower your legs together for 3, 2, 1, and then lower them down. Awesomeness. All right, everyone, let's come over onto all fours. And just sit back again, 1 more moment. Okay, so let's work a little bit with crossing and shifting and opening the hips. So you're gonna bring your right knee a little bit forward facing. The left leg is straight out and that right leg is a little bit at a diagonal. If you feel like you really wanna do this full open hip, you may. I just find that sometimes it's a little bit too much, and this kind of opens my hip personally enough at this given moment. It's not a full hip stretch. Great, so take a deep breath here. You're gonna inhale, open up the right, or rather the arm all the way to the right, and then you're gonna exhale, come on down. Good, really put that hand down on the floor. Inhaling, reaching all the way up, and exhale, tuck down. Good, 3 more. And 2. And again, using this space to still use a twist to open up that right hip. Great, take another deep inhale. And you're gonna slowly shift your weight a little bit further back, almost walking the right hand. Yeah, let's walk the right hand and the left hand a little bit forward facing. And then you're gonna slowly shift your weight forward onto the left toes. So you're inhaling, slowly sitting back for a moment, elbows are back. Exhale, lift and reach forward, just with the body forward. So the foot on the left is still staying on the floor for now. 2 more. Last time here. Great, so you're coming all the way back. You're gonna gently bend the elbows down towards the floor. And then as you shift your weight forward, you're stretching, lifting, and lengthening that leg as high as you can. Great, foot comes down, shift your weight back, elbows go down. Exhale, shift your weight forward, point the toes, and lift. Great. So again, you're finding this nice sensation between stretching down and out, and then lifting and lengthening. Cool, 2 more. And last time here. Great, put that foot back down on the floor. Now I want you to adjust your hands so that you're really underneath your shoulders. You're opening up your chest, and here we go. Pushing away from the floor, reaching out the right leg to the side, and then exhale, coming on back. Good, inhale, opening up to the right. You can tap or just extend. Exhale, come back. Cool, 3 more times, and each time you come back to the center, you can allow for a little bit deeper stretch if you'd like. You may even have to walk that left leg a tiny bit further back. Cool, last time here. And all the way back. Excellent, stretch out that right leg to meet the left, coming down into our supported, or rather full plank position. Put your knees down if you need to, holding here for 5, opening up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together for 4, engaging the core for 3, happy smiles for 2, wonderful moments for 1, knees come down, and shift your weight all the way back. Awesome. Let's do that on the other side. So, bringing the left knee kind of closer to your body, and the left foot goes at the diagonal, and the right foot stays planted on the floor. Shoulders are open, hands are grounding downwards. Okay, here we go. Inhaling, twist to the left, and then exhale, tap. So I do want you to feel that sensation of like opening up to the side and then really regrounding. Just like feel both hands again fully on the floor. And then knowing that with that right hand, you have the stability to open up to the left and then come back to your center. Get 2 more. I'm selfishly using some of these grounding exercises for myself because I feel like I've literally been floating in the clouds. So thank you for bearing with me. Good, last time here. Awesome. Take a deep breath here. You're gonna walk your hands a tiny bit further away from you. All right, and you're gonna shift your weight back for a second, and then you're gonna slowly lengthen forward, keeping the foot on the right on the floor for now. So you have 4 more times. So again, you're lengthening back, stretching out the left hip, stretching out the right calf, engaging the core, coming back. Now, all of this is still happening with a nice engagement of the core. So again, you're not necessarily collapsing anywhere. You're still finding that intentional movement of how you want to be at this given moment. And last time here. Great, so remember, coming on back, gently bending the elbows, stretching out, and maybe you can't even come down all the way. It's really okay. Then you're gonna exhale, lift up, and find that hold. Now your right leg might just be parallel to the floor. It might also just be a tiny bit hovering off the floor. I really don't care as long as you're doing it intentionally and you're finding your comfortable max for today. Good, 3 more. Now again, even through the sensation, I still want to make sure that the hips stay parallel to one another and that we're not losing that sensation of staying centered. Awesome. Good, let's come back to the center. Walk one hand in, the other hand in, shoulders open. Ground through that right foot as you open up the left. And then come back to the middle. Good, 4 more times. Inhale, open up and hold. Exhale, slowly come back. Cool, 3 more. And 2. Remember, you can also tap the foot down on the floor if you need to. Last one, 1. Great, take another inhale. Then exhale, lengthen out that left foot, finding your full plank, elbows back, holding here for 5, 4, trying to still kiss the shoulder blades together for 3, lift up the belly for 2, happy moments for 1. Great, come on back, and then shift your weight all the way back. Okie dokie, everyone. Let's lay on the left side and give ourselves just a moment of rest. Not too much rest, just a little bit. Okay, so the ball is actually going to be here, pushing downwards. So your fingers are kind of facing the top of your mat. And you're going to bring the bottom leg out, and the right leg is going to be extended all the way. Good, so you're just pushing down into the mat, and we're just going to do our nice single side kicks, stretching all the way behind, and again, feeling how the side body still has to activate to control here. And if you feel like you're actually in the mood for a bit of a challenge, you can also keep, it's super hard, to keep the left leg a little bit off the floor. So like a little bit here, but then it might have to come down. So you can almost like lift the left leg a tiny bit at the back and then lower it. You don't have to, I'm just adding little moments for you. Great. So inhaling up and then exhale, slowly lower. Cool, 2 more. And then last time here. Great, finding our way all the way back. Cool, you're gonna bring the ball now so that your fingers are outward facing, so parallel to, or rather just coming out from your shoulder. And you're gonna stretch the right leg behind, grab the ball again, excuse me, and make sure that the ball is like actually in your hand. Cool, so you're gonna make your nice big circles here. So not necessarily rainbow, I want an actual circle, reaching back to front. Great, and again, still slightly pushing down on that ball for a little bit of extra activation. 2 more. Last time here. Great, and reversing those circles for me. So again, feeling what is your big for today. Now your big still means that your hips are stacked. Your big still means that you're relatively consistent with your size. And your big still means that there's that tiny bit of space to grow, but you know that you are taking up a lot of space. Good, almost done here. And then last time. Excellent. Good, you're gonna bend the legs for me. And then you're gonna come all the way up again into, let's just come up this way again. And actually the ball is just gonna go next to you for a moment. Cool, you're gonna keep the left leg on the floor. The right leg is gonna be out and we're gonna lift up here. Good, so you're gonna bring the right arm underneath the left, really curling. And then as you exhale up, I want you to reach up that right leg. Good, so you're inhaling, twist. Exhaling, unfolding and lifting. Cool. So again, you're still staying lifted the whole time. Essentially, there's no hip dip at this moment. We've got 3 more. And seeing how you can allow for a bit more twist in the bottom and then open up at the top for 2. And then 1. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Cool, let's go over again, straight away. Onto the other side. Melting for a moment. Cool. So keeping your head here, remember your hands are going into the floor and that right leg is nice and long. And you're gonna bring the left leg behind you. Cool. So you're gonna kick. And then as you push back, if you'd like, you can lift up that bottom right leg. I really did try and do it with the right leg lifted the whole time. I just can't do it, it's too hard. So again, you don't have to, just find where your comfortable challenge is for today. Super, so inhale, kick. Exhale, push and lift. Good, 4 more. And seeing, like, I don't know, I always like to see what body parts get activated. Like if you keep the right leg down, where do you feel it? And then if you choose to lift that right leg up as we swing back, then where do you feel it? Maybe it's not much different. Maybe you're like, hey, this is super easy. That's okay as well. Good, last time here. And all the way back. Great, coming back to the center. So you're gonna roll the ball, or just place the ball out directly here. So I want your hand to have that space all the way on the mat, on the ball. And remember, we're not leaning forward, we're still nice and parallel. So you find that push down, circling in one direction, making the circles relatively large. If you need to bend your knee to alleviate any tension in the hip, please do so. Great, 3 more circles here. And again, continually flexing out with that right foot. And 2. Last time here. Cool, stopping and then reversing direction, still pushing down for 5. And 4. And thinking how beautiful this is that we can use one leg to make a super cool controlled circle. I like that. 2. And last one. Cool, everyone. Let's come over onto our backs. And again, just allow for the hips to open. Bring the arms above the head. And just sort of rock the knees side to side. Alrighty, let's bring the ball in between the knees for our last little set. And we're gonna come into a bridge position. So again, making sure that your feet are not too close and not too far, that you have a nice amount of support. Your knees should not be super far apart, right? They're squeezing on the ball, but they're still more or less a little bit wider than fist width. Your fingertips are all the way down. You're taking a nice inhale. And then exhale, lift up your hips, your lower back, your middle back, and you're finding your space. If you feel like you can walk your feet a little bit closer together, please do so. Great, take a nice inhale here. And then exhale, lift up the left leg, stretching it out. Good, inhale, tap down, switching sides, exhale, engage, stretch out the right. So essentially we're just alternating legs with a nice little stop in the middle. If you feel like you don't need your hands down on the floor, you may absolutely float your hands upwards and keep them there. Or you can just find another position for them. Good. Keep alternating, inhaling, stretch. Exhale, squeezing back. And then we're gonna do our last one here. Good, and we're gonna slowly squeeze. So you're making like really intentional, slow pulses. And you're gonna continue to pulse as you slowly lower your hips down. Good, your hips hit the floor. Keep squeezing. And we slowly lift ourselves back up. Good, open your arms to a different position. So there's like a nice, relatively slow tempo with the pulsing of the ball, but you're tapping here. And then exhale it up. Great, arms open up again to a different position. Inhaling, slowly coming on down, still squeezing, tap. Exhale, engaging, lift. Only 2 more. Good, different position with the arms. Inhaling, slowly finding your way down to the mat. Still engaging the core, even if your inner thighs might be burning slightly, and then lifting all the way up. And then last set here. Inhale, expanding, tapping down. And then exhale, lifting. All the way back up. Great, take another deep breath. Give the ball an extra little squeeze. And then melt down your upper back, your lower back, your middle back, and your hips. When you get to the bottom, release the ball. Cool. That was lovely. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to the ball. Thank you, ball, you've been such a pleasure. We're gonna bring the hips actually for a moment over the head. So again, be mindful of where you're at, of how you feel. If someone doesn't feel comfortable doing this, you can just kind of hug your knees into your chest for a moment, okay? So I want you to bring your palms down, your knees come into a tabletop, and you're gonna lift your hips up and support yourself. Good, fantastic. You're gonna stretch up your legs for me all the way here. Great, and from here we're gonna take a nice little stretch. So you're gonna bring the right leg up and the left leg comes long. And then you're gonna stop at the top and switch. Cool. So everyone keep doing this. For the one person who can't, I want you just to keep in this tabletop position and just do it this way, okay? So you're gonna stretch out one leg, just where you can, and then stretch out the other. Great, everyone else, hips are up. And here we go. One leg goes in one direction, and then you again slowly move it so that your core stays active, your back gets a stretch, your elbows are grounded into the floor, and you're still not having any tension on your neck. Great. One more time in each direction. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale back. Cool. Bringing both feet all the way up to the top. And then I want us to slowly lower the feet to a parallel position to the floor. If you can, put your hands down. If not, still support yourself. And then see if you can drop your feet a little bit to the floor. Good. Inhaling here. And then slowly lift your legs, bring them together, and then melt yourself down. One vertebrae at a time. Slow and steady for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Knees come into your chest. Open them up, rock side to side for a sec. Okay, let's bring our knees into our tabletop position, lifting the arms up by your ears. Exhale, circling around, coming on up. Cool, and we're just gonna stretch here for 5, 4, 3, you can do this, 2, I know you can, and 1, awesome. Knees come all the way in, everyone. Put the soles of your feet down on the floor, shift your weight forward. I'm sorry, we're not rolling today. We went backwards instead. Good, and then gently bending one leg and then the other. Allowing the upper body again to just hang long. Great, and here again is where we say yes to everything that fits our vision of what we want our life to be, and we actively say no to everything else. And let me take another smiley inhale, and exhale, slowly roll up on 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome.